Welcome back, everybody. Hold on. I know I just started. Sorry about that. Hi to the one person who's watching. Hi, Kelly. How are you? This is more of just like a random stream. I'm not really planning on doing anything specific. More of what you guys want me to do, I guess. What's going on with you? Gideon's been sick for the past couple of days. I understand that. Yeah, there's been a lot of drama here too. Okay. Hi, Kat, by the way. Yes, hello to you too, Nightbot. No one's forgotten about you. Oh, I have 4 people watching. Awesome. Hi, everybody. Let's see how long I actually keep 4 people. Y'all seem to like my random streams better than my live streams. Fucking emails. There we go. 5 people watching. Holy shit. Hi, everybody. I'm just drawing on myself because I can. At some point, I want to get a whole like arm sleeve tattoo of flowers so I don't have to draw them every time. I can just color them in. That was actually an idea that Jordan had. That wasn't an idea that I came up with. Well, the flowers I wanted, but Jordan actually came up with the idea of having them as black and white. So that... speaking of the devil... Oh, yes! My favorite kind of airheads are the mystery ones. Mostly because I usually get watermelon or... What's the blue one?
Like Play-Doh tonight.
What's the blue one?
Blue raspberry?
Oh, yeah. Play-Doh. That's
yeah, they kind of tasted like Play-Doh. They might be old.
Maybe.
I mean, the blue raspberry one tasted fine, but a couple of the other ones were kind of meh.
I don't know.
Yep. Kind of tastes like Play-Doh.
Oh, well.
It has a Play-Doh-y aftertaste.
Ow.
You just bite your finger.
No.
You're not supposed to eat yourself. You're supposed to eat the candy.
No, I have a cut on my finger.
Still?
Or it was a hangnail. Those are my stickers.
Where did you get those?
Oh, in the garage. Hey, do you want to see a picture of me when I was like in 2nd grade? That's me, right there.
Mm-hmm. You haven't changed a bit. You look exactly the same.
I just don't stick my tongue out anymore.
Yeah, you do.
Not really. And he's gone. Sucks people watching. Holy crap. Hi everybody. Don't really know what you want me to do. I can read a book if you guys want me to. I can read Dr. Seuss. I'm in my son's room and he has a whole bunch of Dr. Seuss books. I could read Harry Potter, but if Carson Waffles comes in, chances of me actually reading are very slim. I could read some more of the Dragon series that I was doing before. What other books does he have? Hold on. He was wiggling around. Sure. Hold on. I will read some more Harry Potter because I haven't done that in a while. Holy crap, 7 people. I think that is the most I've ever had in a regular live stream. Alright. I think we are on chapter 8. Right? Yeah. Right. Or were we on chapter 9? No, we were on. I think we are in the middle of chapter 8. Nope. Nope, we are on chapter 9. The Midnight Duel. Let's see how much I fail at this. Harry had never believed he would meet a boy he hated more than Dudley, but that was before he met Draco Malfoy. Still, first-year Gryffindors only had potions with the Slytherins, so they didn't have to put up with Malfoy much. Or at least, they didn't until they spotted a notice pinned up in the Gryffindor common room, which made all of them groan. Flying, I'm still getting stuff, lots of Christmas gifts. Whoa. I wonder when Carson will be here, right? Oh, hi. Didn't know you were here, Carson. Hi. You're not a loser. I don't understand what you're saying. I speak English. Whoops. Sorry about that. Waffles, I know who you are. Flying lessons would be starting on Thursday, and Gryffindors and Slytherins would be learning together. Typical, said Harry darkly. Just what I always wanted, to make a fool of myself on a broomstick in front of Malfoy. Well, duh, I'm Kit Kat 13. Also named Katie Weed. He had been looking forward to learning... I ain't hiding. You can see my beautiful face. He had been looking forward to learning to fly more than anything else. You don't know you'll make a fool of yourself, said Ron reasonably. Anyway, I know Malfoy's always going on about how good he is at Quidditch, but I bet that's all talk. Malfoy certainly did talk about flying a lot. He complained loudly that first years never getting in the house Quidditch teams, and told long boastful stories. I think I'm like a mix between like Hermione Granger and Luna Lovegood. Boastful stories which always seemed to end with him narrowly escaping muggles and helicopters. He wasn't the only one, though. The way Seamus Finnegan told it, he'd spent most of his childhood zooming around the countryside on his broomstick. Even Ron would tell anyone who listened about the time he'd almost hit a hang glider on Charlie's old broom. Hold on. Sorry about that. That is the crappy thing about doing it on my phone. Where was I? Everyone from wizarding families talked about Quidditch constantly. Ron had already had a big argument with Dean Thomas, who shared their dormitory, about football. Ron couldn't see what was exciting about a game with only one ball, where no one was allowed to fly. Harry had caught Ron prodding Dean's poster of West Ham football team, trying to make the players move. Neville had never been on a broomstick in his life because his grandmother had never let him near one. Privately, Harry felt she'd had good reason, because Neville managed to have an extraordinary number of accidents, even with both feet on the ground. That is me. Neville is my spirit animal. Hermione Granger was almost as nervous about flying as Neville was. This was something you couldn't learn by heart out of a book. Not that she hadn't tried. At breakfast on Thursday, she bored them stupid with flying tips. That doesn't even make any sense. With flying tips she'd gotten out of the library book called Quidditch Through the Ages. Neville was hanging on to her every word, desperate for anything that might help him hang on to his broomstick later. But everybody else was very pleased when Hermione's lecture was interrupted by the arrival of the post. Harry hadn't had a single letter since Hagrid's note. Something... Oh, okay. That's interesting. Something that Malfoy had been quick to notice, of course. Malfoy's eagle owl was always bringing him packages of sweets from home, which he opened gloatingly at the Slytherin table. A barn owl brought Neville a small package from his grandmother. He opened it excitedly and showed them a glass ball the size of a large marble, which seemed to be full of white smoke. "It's a Remembrall," he explained. "Gran knows I forget things. This tells you if there's something you've forgotten to do. Look, you hold it tight like this, and if it turns red..." Oh. His face fell because the Remembrall had suddenly glowed scarlet. "You've forgotten something." Neville was trying to remember what he'd forgotten when Draco Malfoy, who was passing the Gryffindor table, snatched the Remembrall out of his hand. Harry and Ron jumped to their feet. They were half hoping for a reason to fight Malfoy, but Professor McGonagall, who could stop trouble quicker than any teacher in the school, was there in a flash. "What's going on?" "Malfoy, my spirit animal is Neville." "Same." "Malfoy's got my Remembrall, Professor." Scowling, Malfoy quickly dropped the Remembrall back on the table. "Just looking," he said, and he sloped away with Crabbe and Goyle behind him. At 3:30 that afternoon, Harry, Ron, and the other Gryffindors hurried down the front steps into the grounds for their first flying lesson. It was a clear, breezy day, and the grass rippled under their feet as they marched down the sloping lawns towards a smooth lawn on the opposite side of the grounds to the Forbidden Forest, whose trees were swaying darkly in the distance. I don't know who that is. Well, I probably do, I just don't recognize the name. The Slytherins were already there, and so were 20 broomsticks laying in neat lines on the ground. Harry had heard Fred and George Weasley complain about the schoolroom, saying that some of them started to vibrate if you flew too high, or always flew slightly to the left. Their teacher, Madame Hooch, arrived. She had short gray hair and yellow eyes like a hawk. "What are you all waiting for?" she barked. "Everybody stand by a broomstick. Come on, hurry up." Jordan's off doing Jordan things. Don't really know where he is. Harry glanced down at his broom. It was old and some of the twigs stuck out at odd angles. "Stick out your right hand above your broom," called Madame Hooch at the front, "and say up." "Up!" everyone shouted. Harry's broom jumped into his hand at once, but it was one of the few that did. Hermione Granger's simply rolled over on the ground, and Neville's hadn't moved at all. Perhaps brooms, like horses, could tell when you were afraid, thought Harry. There was a quiver in Neville's voice that said only too clearly that he wanted to keep his feet on the ground. Madame Hooch then showed them how to mount their brooms without sliding off the end, and walked up and down the rows, correcting their grips. Harry and Ron were delighted when she told Malfoy he'd been doing it wrong for years. "Now when I blow my whistle, you kick off from the ground hard," said Madame Hooch. "Keep your broom steady, rise a few feet, then come straight back down by leaning forward slightly. On my whistle, 3, 2... That's cool. I don't think I have a thought. But Neville, nervous and jumpy and frightened of being left on the ground, pushed off hard before the whistle had touched Madame Hooch's lips. "Come back, boy," she shouted. But Neville was rising straight up like a cork shot out of a bottle. 12 feet, 20 feet. Harry saw his scared white face looking down at the ground, falling away, saw him gasp, slipping sideways off the broom, and wham! A thud and a nasty crack, and Neville lay face down on the grass in a heap. His broomstick was still rising higher and higher and started to drift lazily towards the Forbidden Forest and out of sight. Madame Hooch was bending over Neville, her face as white as his. "Uh-oh, broken wrist," Harry heard her mutter. "Come on, boy, it's all right, up you get." She turned to the rest of the class. "None of you is to move while I take this boy to the hospital wing. You leave those brooms where they are, or you'll be out of Hogwarts before you could say Quidditch." He's arrogant and kind of a dick. That's why most people don't like him. It's weird. Like, I mostly just feel bad for Draco Malfoy. Neville, his face tear-streaked, clutching his wrist, hobbled off with Madame Hooch, who had her arm around him. No sooner were they out of earshot than Malfoy burst out laughing. "Did you see his face, that great lump?" The other Slytherins joined in. "Shut up, Malfoy," snapped Parvati Patel. "Oh, sticking up for Longbottom," said Pansy Parkinson, a hard-faced Slytherin girl. "Never thought you'd like fat little crybabies, Parvati." "Look," said Malfoy, darting forward and snatching something out of the grass. "It's that stupid thing Longbottom's Gran sent him." The Remembrall glittered in the sun as he held it up. "Give that here, Malfoy," said Harry. Everybody stopped talking to watch. Malfoy smiled nastily. "I think I'll leave it somewhere for Longbottom to collect. How about up a tree?" "Give it here," Harry yelled. But Malfoy had leapt onto his broomstick and had taken off. He hadn't been lying. He could fly well. Hovering level with the topmost branch of an oak, he called, "Come and get it, Potter." Harry grabbed his broom. "No!" shouted Hermione Granger. "Madame Hooch told us not to move. You'll get us all into trouble." But Harry ignored her. Blood was pounding in his ears. He mounted the broom and kicked hard against the ground, and up he soared. Air rushed through his hair and his robe swept out behind him. And in a rush of fierce joy, he realized he found something he could do without being taught. This was easy. This was wonderful. He pulled his broomstick up a little to take it even higher, and heard screams and gasps of the girls back on the ground and an admiring whoop from Ron. Most girls are, to some extent. So you can't really say that. He turned his broomstick sharply to face Malfoy in midair. Malfoy looked stunned. "Give it here," Harry called, "or I'll knock you off that broom." "Don't be mean." "Oh yeah," said Malfoy, trying to sneer, but looked worried. Harry knew somehow what to do. He leaned forward and grasped the broom tightly in both hands, and it shot towards Malfoy, like a javelin. Malfoy only just got out of the way in time. Harry made a sharp about turn and held the broom steady. A few people below were clapping. "She's still your sister, even if you don't like her." "No crab and goyle up here to save your neck, Malfoy." "How old is she?" Harry called. The same thought seemed to have struck Malfoy. "Catch it if you can, then," he shouted, and he threw the glass ball high into the air and streaked back down towards the ground. Harry saw, as though in slow motion, the ball rise up in the air and then start to fall. He leaned forward and pointed his broom handle down. Next second, he was gathering speed in a steep dive, racing the ball. Wind whistling in his ears mingled with the screams of people watching. He stretched out his hand. A foot from the ground, he caught it, just in time to pull his broom straight, and he toppled gently onto the grass with the Remembrall clutched safely in his fist. "Harry Potter!" His heart sank faster than he'd just dived. Professor McGonagall was running towards them. He got to his feet trembling. "Never in all my time at Hogwarts." Professor McGonagall was almost speechless with shock. Her glasses flashed furiously. "How dare you? You might have broken your neck." "It wasn't his fault, Professor." "Be quiet, Miss Patel." "But Malfoy—" "That's enough, Mr. Weasley. Potter, follow me, now." Harry caught sight of "Hi, Cat." "Look, she's 11. That's generally what 11-year-olds do." Give her like a few more years and then she'll kind of even out a bit. Harry caught sight of Malfoy, Crabbe, and Goyle's triumphant faces as he left, walking numbly in Professor McGonagall's wake as she strode towards the castle. He was going to be expelled. He just knew it. Exactly. Like, it makes sense that you two don't like each other. I mean, you're 14 and your sister's 11. Like, it makes sense. Plus, siblings don't really like each other in general until you get to be about 18. Well, 17. I didn't like any of my siblings. Well, no, that's a lie. I like my little sister. But my little sister and I are 7 years apart, so. Yeah. Harry caught sight of Malfoy, Crabbe, and Goyle's triumphant faces as he left. Oh wait, no, I read that already. He wanted to say something to defend himself, but there seemed to be something wrong with his voice. Cry? How old is your brother, Kat? I mean, every sibling has those, like, sibling rivalry things, but, like, my little sister and 23. Oh yeah, that's right. Your brother's the same age as I am, or a year younger than me. Yeah. No, it's more than that. Well, you just turned, or you're going to be turning 16. No, it's like a 9-year difference, I think, because my sister's 18 and I just turned 24. My sister and I are 7 years apart. March 25th. Yeah, so but you guys are 8 years apart only for like a couple days. But you guys, I think, are generally 9 years apart. Yeah, you were 3 years younger than my sister. No, 2 years younger than my sister, and your brother is a year younger than me. Oh yeah, it would be you and your brother would be 9 years apart only for a couple days then. I think. Yeah. Because his birthday's before yours. Sorry, I can't do math. Thank you for changing it. Professor McGonagall was sweeping along without even looking at him. He had to jog to keep up. Not all people from Alabama, though it is legal to do so. It's illegal for gay people to get married in Alabama, though. Yeah. Now he'd done it. He hadn't even lasted 2 weeks. He'd be packing his bags in 10 minutes. What would the Dursleys say when he turned up on the doorstep? Up the front steps, up the marble staircase. excuse me, up the marble staircase inside, and still Professor McGonagall didn't say a word to him. She wrenched open doors and marched along corridors. That's cool. That's awkward. I didn't need to know that. Along corridors with Harry trotting miserably behind her. Maybe she was taking him to Dumbledore. He thought of Hagrid, expelled but allowed to stay on as gamekeeper. But perhaps he could be Hagrid's assistant. His stomach twisted. Oh. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. His stomach twisted as he imagined it, watching Ron and the others becoming wizards while he stumped around the grounds carrying Hagrid's bag. Professor McGonagall stopped outside a classroom. Hi, Jana. How are you? She opened the door and poked her head inside. Excuse me, Professor Flitwick. Could I borrow wood for a moment? Wood, thought Harry, bewildered. Was wood a cane she was going to use on him? But wood turned out to be a person. A burly fifth-year boy who came out of Flitwick's class looking confused. Why are you going crazy? Don't feel bad, I went crazy a long time ago. Why do you want me to take my glasses off? I can't really see anything if I don't wear them. Follow me, you two, said Professor McGonagall, and they marched up the corridor, Wood looking curiously at Harry. Whoops. Can you use your hair to give yourself a mustache? Doesn't work very well. That's itchy. Thank you. Alright, have fun, Cap. I need to clean my room too, but I'll probably end up doing that tomorrow. Ow. I'm gonna do it. Okay. You don't have to do it right now. Ew. Hey, I clean my room at like 3 o'clock in the morning, so, I mean... Do you guys have any questions for me? Like, anything that you want to know about me? I'm a pretty open person. Aw, thanks. Yeah, I've been told that I look better without glasses, but I can't wear contacts. My eyes are too sensitive. Oh yeah, that's right. No, I just have really bad insomnia. My anxiety doesn't let me sleep very well. Hold on, BRB. Did you know about eye exercises? I didn't, but burr. But there's this medication that I'm supposed to take. It's not beer. It's sparkling water. I don't really like it, but it helps me actually drink water. And Jordan's mom bought it for some reason. Because it was on sale or something like that. Ew. I don't like beer. I like sparkling water, I just don't like the flavors that she bought. But what I was saying before was, like, there's a medication that I'm supposed to take. No, I'm not tossing you a beer. You're way too young. I don't like beer. I don't think we have any. But there's a medication that I'm supposed to take for my eyesight. Yeah, I like those. Just because you can drive a car, Carson, doesn't mean that you're old enough to drink beer. You're not 21 or 19. Plus, you don't live in Canada, so being 19 wouldn't really matter. I'm not in Canada, but I do have some subscribers that live in Canada. I'm not a Twitch streamer for over a year, and she thinks I'm not. Did you lie about your age? I live in Canada. Or I live in Florida. Whoops. Hi, Jedi Rider. Nice to see you back again. I can't multitask very well. Sorry. I can definitely drive a car. I can drive a car too. I'm alright at it. I am sticking by the ducks. I like when you wear a hairband around your wrist. Oh, thank you. Kat doesn't believe me. That you can drive a car well? I don't really believe her either, so. I don't know where all my hairbands went. I need to get more. Oh, how was that game? I didn't watch any hockey games today because Jordan's mom likes Bachelor. The Blues goalie was his Carson and Jill start and you got no shutout. Well, you suck, Carson. It doesn't matter to me whether or not, oops, I just colored on the table. Whether or not you like the Ducks, I like the Ducks. I don't know. I haven't watched the Ducks game in a while. Lost against what? Against who, I mean? The Ducks or the Wild? Lost 3 times in a row against the Sabres. Oh, wow. I don't care, Carson. Doesn't really matter to me. Oh. How am I salty? It doesn't really matter what you say, Carson. I'm still gonna be a Ducks fan. So you might as well just give up. So I tried to watch. I know for a fact that I'm not. I tried to watch Bird Box last night. Keyword tried. Didn't realize that it was a horror movie. I know. I didn't take it as a creepy way. Bird Box is weird. Like, I mean, I didn't really finish it. The concept seems like it could be a good movie. I've heard that the book was better because it is based off a book. But, I started watching it just to see what all, like, the hubbub was about. But it's a really weird movie, to be honest. See, I like Sandra Bullock. I saw her in Miss Congeniality and Practical Magic, I think is what it's called. She was good in those 2 movies. Spending money on what? My friend was a Pens fan, now he's devoted to... Sorry, I'm in my son's room, and every now and then he'll just, like, roll over. Hold on. BRB. And I'm back. Just promise peeps in the title. I actually don't have any, but I do want some. Now, hold on. There we okay, waffles and pocket IQ test of me. Why? Wearing a red shirt? No, I'm wearing a turquoise shirt, but I have maroon pants on.
Yes, she has pants on.
No, she asked if I was wearing a red shirt. I said, no, I'm wearing a turquoise shirt, but I have red pants. No, I'm not wearing a skirt.
How is that? How does that look like red?
It's maroon.
No, how does this
Well,
look
because
red?
I had been standing up, I
Oh.
stood up and then I
was
sat
like, how
down.
does that even look like red?
Gabe says hi.
What's up, Gabe?
That is
That's
Jordan.
Jedi Rider, right?
Yes. That is my fiance.
Courtney gave him a shout out on Twitter today.
Ooh, you got a shout out on Twitter today,
Yeah, from
Gabe.
Courtney. I just happened to see that earlier today. It said mentioned him in a tweet. You know, you're moving up in the big leagues, Mike.
Oh, skirt, shirt. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know you're moving up.
Hey, pick a color.
Brown.
Cat says hi. Okay.
I should have just said poop. It would have been the same thing. Hi, Cat.
Poop is not a color.
It is. It's that color.
Poop is not a color.
Really? What color is your poop?
Brown?
It's poop color.
No, poop is brown, therefore. Went earlier today, I guess, according to Jordan.
What?
He asked when.
Oh, yeah, earlier today. I don't know. I don't remember exactly when, but I happened to see her. Shoo-hoo! Woohoo!
What?
50 subscribers.
What
I
am
just
I
happened
in?
to go promote my channel on a live stream, and I got like 3 subscribers. So I'm up to 50.
Subscribe to Jordan, TCY, the Cranky Yankee. Tell
Green
Jordan
Bay Wacky.
that he always wants what he never was, so that's why he'll always want forever. What?
Is that a auto finish?
I don't know.
Tell Jordan that he always wants what he ever or what he never was, so
Water.
that's why he'll always want forever. Good advice. 10 out of 10.
Who's Matt Cullen?
Matt Cullen plays for the Penguins.
Oh, well, Carson says you look like him.
That's cool, except that Matt Cullen's 40.
Yeah, so it was a shout out from Courtney.
Also, Matt Cullen's a lot taller than me. But I can do that Matt Cullen's here, I'll show you a picture of him. Look at Katie's opinion.
No wonder I don't know who it
Hey
was.
Siri, open Safari. I think he's a place for
You need
Penguins.
to unlock your iPhone first.
Thank you, Siri.
You're welcome. Was it a... yeah. Never mind. I read that already.
I mean, I really don't think I look like him, but okay.
I don't know who you look like. Oh, that one, yeah. Whoa, that was bright. No, you don't.
Apparently, I look like him. Oh,
Turn
that's
your
terrible.
brightness down.
Oh, that's horrible.
He looks like Nathan Gerby. He'll understand why.
That I like. Because me and him are about the same size, and I love him. Speaking of which, stay right
I don't
there.
know who that is. She's your unlucky charm. I have 6 people watching. Holy crap. I normally don't have that many people watching my random live streams.
Nathan Gerby? I have his jersey. So yeah, I totally. Oh god, you gotta. Why are you gonna wear my favorite one?
Because you brought it out.
That's my favorite one.
I got my elbow. Oh god. Thank you. I think Jordan is an undercover cop. I know from some of the terminology he uses in his eyes.
Wait, what?
She thinks you're an undercover cop, or he. I don't really know who they
Wait,
are.
why?
Because something about the terminology you
Undercover
use.
cop, I
Your
know from some
fingers
of the
covering the-
terminology he uses in his eyes. So, okay. What
Okay.
terminology?
I don't know.
Like what? Persnickety?
James Conner jersey now. That's cool. And
I wish I was an undercover cop. I make a lot more money than I do now.
I don't know if I follow you on Twitter, Gabe. I don't think I do. I don't know who that is.
Who?
James Conner.
I'll find it for you.
I got a
I think
Marcus.
it's a football player.
Jordan is either, oh yeah, undercover cop or a scientist planning on making a doomsday device. He needs to turn himself in.
Definitely doomsday device. Oh, is he the hot
Oh.
guy that just got injured?
Oh.
Oh, he plays for the Steelers. How
Thank
did I
you.
not know that?
Cancer survivor, now Steeler running back. Oh, that's cool. Not like you already didn't know that. I did know that, Kat, but thank you for telling me anyway.
Yeah, he's Antonio Brown's replacement because Antonio Brown got injured. James Conner was the second.
I don't know who that is. I don't know
Plays for the Steelers.
anything about that team. Aw, it's not gonna show up, are you? No. Ew, that looks like Bruce. You're a lucky cat. Never got a sick. He's my favorite. That's cool. I don't really have a favorite player from any of the teams that I somewhat follow. Yes, I remember you saying that. But I didn't remember that that's what it was called. So thank you for the reminder.
Here, wear this one. It's like your favorite.
It is my favorite.
I'm not.
Even though it's not my team.
It's not your favorite.
No, my favorite is your Ducks one. Why didn't you bring that one?
Because I couldn't see it in there.
It was probably on the floor somewhere. But fine.
You love that when it's comfy.
It is comfy.
That's why you wear it.
Carson will be happy.
I know. He will be very happy.
No, that's not a Jets jersey.
Philadelphia or Winnipeg?
It's a Saints versus LA in the Super Bowl. I would probably root for the Saints.
Hey, we could even go see. Well, no, I wouldn't have it in Louisiana. We could always go to a Saints game at some point. Because when the Saints go marching in. When the Saints go marching in. That's all I know. That's all I know.
When the Saints go... No, that's when... Yeah, I don't know. Jordan wants every jersey from every team. Eventually.
Yes, but my all-time...
Okay.
My all-time money is no option goal is have one of every jersey Pittsburgh's ever worn, and at least one jersey from every player that's ever played for the Pittsburgh Penguins. So I literally just want to have a Pittsburgh collection, just like all Penguin stuff. And I'd like to try to get all former Penguins jerseys too, which means I need a James Neal jersey from Vegas and Calgary.
No, you don't.
And Nashville.
If we're going by Penguins jerseys, there's only one former player from the Penguins that I want the jersey for. And everyone knows what that is, except for the new people in my chain. That is Fleury. He's like my favorite player on the Penguins. And the only reason...
Pretty much your favorite player, period. Because he's your favorite knight, too.
He's the only reason why I follow
Really? Flowers the reason why you root for Vegas?
Yeah. I don't know anyone else on that team other than Fleury. Oh yeah, Brian Reeves, yeah. Jordan has a Crosby jersey, I think. Don't you?
Me?
Yeah.
Nope. James Neal. The only three I have are all James
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. He is on the... I don't really follow... No. Jordan wasn't saying that Reeves plays for the Penguins.
He used to play for the Penguins. He got traded there.
I do know Crosby.
He got traded there.
I'm not talking about Penguins players other than Fleury.
Reeves plays for Vegas. He got traded to Vegas last year for Jamie Alexia.
Be quiet. I wasn't... Ow, you bitch! Ow! Get the fuck away from me! Dick.
Your subscribers love this shit.
Well, fuck you, Carson.
What did he say?
That flurry is overrated. Get the fuck out of here. Ow. You dick. I will slap you.
You already did once.
I missed. It's a broken lightsaber. I love flurry because he...
No, I'm just showing them. I was gonna just show them.
It's a lightsaber. It's supposed to be able to turn on, but our son broke it. Yeah, sometimes. Oh, that's cool. Flurry's from the same town as Gabe.
Oh, Gabe's from Quebec? Oh, he's a Habs fan, isn't he?
Yes.
He was pretty good.
And he's sad because they lost.
The rebuild is
Chainsaws
real,
are
buddy.
men's closest invention to the lightsaber. Oh my.
Hey, look on the bright side though. They're doing way better this year than anyone expected. What? Us? That's awkward. That's illegal and
That's
wrong.
not what he. That's not what he was talking about. Oh fuck.
What? Saying that you and I act like brother and sister?
No, it was his comment after
Oh.
about the lightsaber. I don't think that would fit.
Baddragon.com. Yes. Can I please do a reaction video of me just telling you to type in a random... Well, yes. Thank you, Calgary, for beating Chicago. And at our 8-game losing streak. But we can't win against Chicago.
Excuse me.
I thought you were going to stick that in your mouth.
No.
Gross.
Just burp on it. I have 9 people watching. Wow. No, it wouldn't. That wouldn't fit. That would hurt.
Anything is DM's Gideon if you try hard enough.
What? Wait, repeat what you said?
Anything is DM's Gideon if you try hard enough.
Bye. Thank you for coming in. That graceful. Thanks. Eve, I don't know what that is. Hi, Chris. How are you? Hey, Jordan. Chris is in stream.
Which Chris?
Undead Hunter.
Cool. I wondering if it was our other friend Chris, who we haven't talked to literally since he moved to Washington.
He texted me a few weeks ago.
Did he? How's he
Yeah.
doing?
Alright.
We'll have to plan a trip out there and visit him.
Your ears. Pretty shit, but I don't want to ruin your guys' fun, so I'm going to just say I'm pretty good. Don't lie. If you're not good, then just say you're not good, and we'll understand. I'll point a no, you're not. I don't believe you. I'll point a broken lightsaber at you.
Okay, you
And
know,
I
Katie's
promise-
serious when she starts waving random inanimate objects at you. I know
Oh,
she's upset.
like during the playoffs
her
last year.
Her favorites tend to be wooden spoons and frying pans.
Not frying pans. I'm pretty terrible, but
You've
that's nothing
absolutely
new.
threatened me with wooden spoons, though, many times.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And the TV when the Penguins were playing it during the playoffs last year.
When did you threaten me during the Penguins?
No, not you.
Oh,
The
you threatened
TV.
television.
The
Okay,
TV
now you
during.
really know Katie's losing it when she starts threatening inanimate objects with other inanimate objects.
Especially since I don't like watching the Penguins game at all. But I
you
told
were-
you
you
to
were-
put it on.
you were
And then I got so mad.
You were so into that game, wasn't it funny?
This book I got for Christmas, it's about hockey greatest. I need to unblock Chris. Yes, you do. Pretty terrible, but that's nothing new. I'm sorry. And I'm alright. Jordan. Kat says that there's a book that you would probably like, Jordan, that she got for Christmas.
What was it called?
Yeah, you can message me, Chris. I don't know what it was called.
Kat, you want to check out
I'm
a
not
good,
sticking it up my ass. It's Gideon's toy. That's just
You're
awkward.
not sticking it up his butt either, because that's child abuse.
Chris is like,
I wouldn't stick that in your mouth. Who knows
I
where that's
didn't
been?
put it in my mouth.
You had it awfully close to your mouth.
I put it by my nose. That's what, but
I'm going to take that away from you,
why?
because you're being inappropriate with it.
How?
You're trying to nose fuck yourself.
No, I'm not.
It's not how you
It
get a blowjob,
won't
Katie.
fit in that hole either.
You don't use your nose to give a blowjob, Katie. It's not like blowing your nose.
Poor Chris. Poor Pete. It's Hockey's Greatest by Sports Illustrated. I'm not sticking it anywhere in that vicinity of my body. Brodor. I don't really have a favorite. Yeah. Pens can't be black hookets. It's been 5 years since we last beat them. Okay then. Dick Gretzky and won a bunch of cups. If it makes anyone feel any better, I'm not doing very well myself, so I understand all of y'all. Roy was awesome though, but I think Brodor is the better goalie. Why are you trying to get me to stick things up my ass? Do you have some kind of fetish you want to talk about? Actually, please don't. You are underage. And I would get in a lot of trouble for that. Yellow doesn't show up. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't remember how it's pronounced though. Sorry. When Pens last beat the Hawks, Malkin was injured, and I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that one. Oh yeah. I know. Wah was rated higher than Brodor. I was like, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that one either. Is he from somewhere? I don't know what that means. Brodor. I am so confused. Y'all have lost me. She's pronouncing it properly. Well, now I'm pronouncing it properly. Before I wasn't. I forgot who you were talking about. Or I didn't know who you were talking about. You just put Roy and me being the person who, where is who from? Me being the innocent person about hockey, I had no idea who you were talking about. So I pronounced it Roy originally because like that's what what I thought it was, but I think he's from Canada, but I don't actually remember. I can't remember if he's the one that's from Canada or if he's the one from California. I think you're from Canada. Oh. Wah? Yeah, wah. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I don't know that shit. He came into my stream a few months back. Probably. Oh yeah, that's right, because that's where I met him too. Was originally in Courtney's stream. That's where I met most of you guys. That doesn't even make any sense, Carson. I have no idea what's going on in chat right now. Do you like my flowers? They're not very good this time. Gabe is Jedi Rider. True. Please don't ask me hockey related questions because I probably don't know them. And please don't ask me to pronounce any hockey people's names because I probably will fucking... I hate Seinfeld. I like your voice, so, I mean, I understand it. Mm-hmm. Same. It reminds me of home because, like, I'm from Vermont, but I live, like, I don't know, half an hour from the Canadian border. Yes, I think so. I don't know. Yeah, we live about, like, 30 minutes from the Canadian border. Like, where we used to live, it'd be quicker to go to the hospital in Montreal than it would be to go to, like, the big hospital in Vermont. Yes, Chris can see what you're saying, Carson. 4? I live in Indiana where everyone talks with a deep southern accent. 4, 6, 5. I'm so confused. on what's going on between Gabe and Chris. My core classes into electives. I graduated with A's, B's, and 1 C. No, I am not from the South. I am originally from Vermont. So I feel you. No insult directed here. I'd love to go to Canada. I wouldn't want to live there. It's way too cold for me. But I'd want to visit again. I haven't been to Canada since my senior year of high school, and that was in 2013. I know. All I'm saying is I understand what you're talking about. That's cool. I only went to Canada for like a day. I went to Montreal on a school field trip. And I got lost and I had people laugh at me. It was not very fun. Not saying Gabe is like that. What's that in Fahrenheit? I fractured my back and my hip, so anytime it gets too cold, my joints hurt. They lock up. That's why I can't deal with the cold. We were at this museum and my class left me, and me being the stupid 9th grader that I was, decided to try and find them. Yeah, and I got lost. And then everyone pretended that they didn't know English whenever I asked for help, and yeah, I cried. I hate the United States too, which is why I'm trying to get out of the military, because I fucking hate our government. Holy shit. Yes, they were rude. Vermont got to like -30 maybe. And on those days, I mostly just stayed inside. When I was younger, I could deal with the cold. Like, I was fine with it, but after I hurt my back of my hip, I couldn't do anything and do it anymore. Pretty sure I know what you're talking about, Carson, and every single time I tell you that, I don't need to know about that. You could just say BRB. The only time I can feel it is when it's colder, when I wear hockey equipment. Wow. And yes, Chris, I understand that everyone pretty much knows what Carson's talking about. Yeah, later in life I'm gonna need back surgery. At some point I'm gonna need surgery on my eyes, but I can't get surgery on my back done, or I could end up being paralyzed. I need to go back to physical therapy for my hip though, because my hip is really bad. Well, the doctors say that if I fracture my back again, that I would probably end up being paralyzed. Yuck. I hate having to get up for school. I miss school, but I don't. Sure. If you actually do that, yeah, if you actually go to school to be a physical therapist, I'd pay you money to be my physical therapist. Oh, ouch. That sucks, Chris. Well, I ended up fracturing my, one of the vertebrae in my back, and it didn't actually heal. So I had these pieces, these fragments of bone just floating around near my spine. And so if I hurt that part of my back again, it's either going to be the one above it or the one below it. And if I fracture either of those, I could end up being paralyzed. Which sucks when you have a kid, because Gideon put so much weight on my lower back. I actually miss being in school. I don't know. I kind of miss the structure of it. I miss going to classes, and I don't know. I miss I miss having friends, because I have friends on the internet, but I don't really have any friends. Why are you gonna have to repeat 11th grade? I don't miss the reading part of it or the tests or anything, but I miss being in class and actually learning stuff. Oh shit. Oh, that's cool. Well, if you need any help, Chris, you can, I can always see if I can help you. I'm not really good with math, but I'm good at English and history a little bit. I don't know how much of it is tests on why you're failing, or if it's actual homework. But yeah. I'm waiting for the day that I can't find a reason to live. Don't say that. So if I'm ever on here, you have a need to complete my goddamn. Almost everyone says that I should go to school to be a nurse, but I am a nurse, just not, I don't have a degree for it. But my whole life now with my son and everything, I'm practically a nurse. If only I could take a written exam and just, I don't know, but same. My anxiety gets in the way too. I kind of overwhelm myself to the point where I can't do it. I am unemployed too, because I have a 3-year-old who I have to be at home with. I miss working, sort of. I don't miss the jobs that I've had. because I've had a lot of shit jobs. I feel you. See, a lot of countries other than the United States are not giving out homework and find that test scores actually go up. But oh wow. I had to quit because I lost a day nurse and a night nurse for my son, and so we didn't have anyone here for 4 days a week. Well, I didn't actually quit my job. I actually got fired from my job because my manager was a bitch and was cutting people's hours of the parents who had special needs kids that she knew about, and I was one of them. And so she took me off the schedule, and I told her that she could either put me back on the schedule as a manager, and or I was gonna quit, or she could fire me. And so she decided to fire me, and now she's no longer a manager, but she's still working for McDonald's. But yeah. Dude, I'm 24 and I had burnout like that when I was 21. Hi, Grayson. How are you? I want to start working again, but it's like I'm not mentally stable enough for that. And it sucks because like I'm only 24 years old, and it's like the world we live in now. Yeah, the world we live in now is perfect for like the baby boomer generation, like my parents' generation, but shit for this is more of just like a random talk stream. Yeah. Technically I could get disability because I got hurt when I was in basic training for the military, but I don't even think it'll be worth it. I don't think the money would be worth it. Especially with all the stuff that Trump's cutting out. I swear he's trying to kill people like me who have been in the military and got hurt and are trying to get discharged. And because I was on an antidepressant before that actually helped, and then I lost my insurance, and before I was able to still get it because it was kind of cheap at that point, but this a few months ago, or almost a year ago, yep, yeah, pretty much. And the crazy thing is, Jordan's parents are Trump fans, and it pisses me off because Trump has completely wrecked my son's insurance, and because there's a lot of medication that he was supposed to start taking that he can't get through his insurance, and it's way too expensive for me and Jordan to get it, so he's not on it. Trump has made it so that I can't get my antidepressant, and I was on something else, but it was making me crazy, or it made me feel like a zombie, so I stopped taking it, and I have a panic attack almost on a daily basis. And, yeah. So, Trump really fucked us all over. I mean, yeah. I think with the right, if the right people were in politics, we could, you know, make the United States great again. Except the thing is, the United States was never really great. I mean, there's still so much, like, racism and phobia against, gay people or trans people or anyone who's part of the LGBTQ community, plus community. And it's just, one of our night nurses, or one of our day nurses, old day nurse, hi gamer boy, nice to see you back. One of our previous day nurses was a black woman. She was talking about how when she was in school with well, I hope that you sleep, Chris. You can message me on Snapchat if you want. I'm listening ears if you want to talk. If you don't want to talk, that's fine. But my door's always open. But she was talking about how when she was in school, like, segregation had just ended. No, the stream's not over. Chris is just going to bed. Same. Yep. Which is why every time someone says that, like, that Trump should be an assassin, I'm like, no, Pence would be worse. And I mean, there's a lot of good that Trump has done. I mean, Trump has made it a little bit easier for, like, gay people or trans people to join the military. And, like, I know a lot of people found an article saying that trans people couldn't join the military, blah, 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 and maybe not now, but, I mean, when I joined the military 6 years ago, I think, we actually had one guy who was gay in our company, and no one knew until, like, a week before graduation. Same. I wish that, that Bernie won. Bernie was the senator in Vermont, so I grew up with him being senator. He's pretty cool. I don't know for sure on how well he would have been able to run the United States, but probably better than Trump. Hi, gamer boy. Sorry, I know I asked it how you were doing, and then I didn't see. Oh, you didn't answer. Whoa. The politics system is shit. This country is shit. Yeah. Yep. Why do you think I'm trying to get out of the military? At the time that I joined, like, it was a good idea at that point. I mean, it got me out of my parents' house. I had some way to pay for college if I had planned on paying for college, or I could give it to Gideon once he was old enough to want to go to college. But now Trump's threatening to cut that out, the GI Bill. I actually like the new Star Wars movies, except for shit, what's it called? I don't remember. Nightbot. Yeah, sorry about Nightbot. I mean, I am a Christian witch, so if there's an odd one between the two of us, it's me. Wow, that was really laggy. It's still really laggy. Who? You're allowed to be an atheist. That's fine. I mean, I'm more of a nature witch than I am a Christian, so I mean, but you can't always, some habits never die. Good job, Kat. No, I grew up getting the Bible pounded into my head, so I mean, and that kind of stuff is really hard to let go of, I guess. I'm more into like gardening and talking to plants and animals and yeah. Well, that must not help with your grade. I'm good at writing essays. If it wasn't considered plagiarism, I probably would write it for you. I can't. It would be considered plagiarism, even if they have no idea who wrote it. I could go to jail for that. My favorite Star Wars movie is Empire Strikes Back. It doesn't matter. They can still figure out how to trace it back to me. Please don't do that. I am a spiritual person. I'm not really a religious person, per se. I mean, I do spells and I do, not really potions, but I do make tea and things like that, but I'm more into gardening. Like, I'm a kitchen witch, as it's called. A lot of my spell work is with food. I actually know a lot of people who haven't seen the Star Wars movies. I just like writing, and I was always good at essays. I wasn't really good at any other part of school. I sucked at tests. And I can't read out loud to save my life, even though I do. But this is different. I can't see you. I can see myself reading. That makes me so sad. Though honestly, the books are better. Don't get me wrong. I love the movies, but they leave out so much stuff. Especially with Ron. Ron Weasley is like one of my favorite characters, and the movies don't do him justice. That makes me so sad. I love Harry Potter. It's okay, Kat. I still love you. I started reading the Harry Potter series when things were really rough with my parents and I. And so the Harry Potter series was kind of like my escape. Okay, bye. I need to work on my Discord. No, you need to work on your essay. I actually... Hold on. Let me see if I can find... Oh, here it is. I actually have A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. Empire Strikes Back has always been my favorite book. It's been my favorite movie. Yes, you can, Carson. I actually started reading New Hope in one of my other streams. Dude, okay, Friday. You have like 3 days to do it. What is your idea on people highlighting in books? Because, like, I highlight, like, my favorite quotes and stuff in books. And Jordan gets so frustrated with me about that because he hates reading books that people have written in or highlighted in or whatever. But I love it because it's like, aw, okay, gamer boy, have a great night, well, day. I don't know when the next time I'll be able to do a game stream. Our nurse has been sick, so we'll see. I didn't know that. But yeah, I am on chapter 5, but I started reading chapter 1. I get so frustrated when like the spines start breaking, though. Like that's what frustrates me the most about books. Hold on. For once, my son is not snoring. I have audio. I don't have any of the audiobooks for the of the Star Wars books. I was reading this series called The Lunar Chronicles. This person took kind of like the Disney fairy tale movies and put a futuristic kind of feel to it. Reading's hard for me too. It takes me a long time to be able to read a book, which is why I like audiobooks. I just don't have a lot of I can read books out loud when I've read them enough times that I know what it's gonna say. That's why I like the Harry Potter series. I mean, you still see me stumble over words a lot, but because I've read the book so many times, I pretty much know what it's gonna be like, what it's gonna say, and that's usually why I end up stumbling over my words, is because I'm trying to say it too quickly. Books that I've only read like a handful of times or haven't read before, you see me stumble over my words all the time. Yeah. I don't have like horrible dyslexia. I'm worse with numbers. I can't. Right now, I'm in the middle of reading the Mortal Instruments series. I read City of Bones and City of Glass. I'm on the... Is there something you can't do? I know, right? Cat is a jack of all trades. Better to be a jack of all trades than a master of arts. It's better to be a jack of all trades but a master of one than be a... I don't remember what the rest of that. Pretty much Harry Potter is the only one that I actually read. Harry Potter and Star Wars. I mean, I can read the, like, little kid books, like Dr. Seuss and things like that, but, I can't keep my room clean either. Mostly because I live with Jordan. Jordan is a very not neat person. Gideon's room I can keep clean. But I can't keep my own room clean. Okay, whoops. Okay, we are taking a trip. I don't know if you can see him, but there's Gideon. That's my son. Is it in here? Nope, it's not in here. My something. Whoa, that's really bright. Okay, hold on. Y'all can like stare at the wall for a bit. Or the ceiling. Well, hi. Speak a little German. But yeah, I don't even have music in. Well, aren't you taking a German class in school, Kat? I think that's why. Gideon hasn't been feeling great. Yeah, Gideon has been having some stomach issues lately, so he's not feeling the best. I don't know what that means. Yet. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot of German. I don't know what that is. I know it's French. I took French for like 4 years when I was in elementary school, but I don't remember any of it. So, it doesn't really help that much. I know Spanish, kind of. I'm better at it if I'm listening to someone speak it than actually reading it. I only remember a few words. It's in mother and something about mother and father. I don't know what you said. Stop or I'll start talking in French. Please don't. I don't know enough in either of those languages to actually have a Oh, friendly. Is a mother and friendly. Aww. I am a mother. As much as my mom doesn't want me to be. Yeah. And I am absolutely horrible at painting my fingernails. Oh well. Yeah. My mom called DCF on me when Gideon was born, so can't say she's very happy being a mother because I bet you're. I am an okay mom, I think. I'm not great, but I'm not horrible. I'm kind of mediocre. Well, one person in the house says I'm a great mom, and then two people in the house says I'm not great. So I mean, I need a green Sharpie and a red Sharpie for wild colors or Christmas colors. Here's a red or a green and a red. Well, that looks more like orange and red. Jordan's mom and stepdad. And my mom. And my dad. So. Jordan said I'm a great mom. Red. I have red and blue. I don't have white, unfortunately. I have been streaming for I don't know. I wonder if Siri would work even though I'm making a video. Hey Siri. Nope. Oh, hold on. BRB. Hey Alexa. Alexa. How many hours is 112 minutes?
112 minutes is 1:13:15 hours.
That doesn't even make any sense. Ouch. You bitch. Ow. That fucking hurt. Hit or miss. 2 hours. Hey cat, let's get the newcomers. What the heck was that? I just tripped over something. Hit or miss? Hit or miss what? Hi, by the way. Gideon has a monitor that shows his respiratory rate and his heart rate, and I accidentally tripped over the cord because I'm skilled like that. Yeah. Oh, it's playing Taylor Swift. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Holy crap. Well, doesn't feel like 2 hours. Weird. We're not bringing that conversation back up. Pole dancing is actually really good exercise, apparently. Apparently. I think she's working tonight, but I don't know for sure, so don't quote me on that. We'll bring up pole dancing, and yeah. There you go. You're welcome to my awful singing. Well, we gained one person back. How I wonder what you are. I highly doubt that. I can't sing worth shit. No, it was a instrumental version of Taylor Swift. I listen to punk rock usually to fall asleep. Punk rock or heavy metal. Aw, I just got Sharpie on my glasses. Fuck. I don't like rap either, except for Eminem. But like old school Eminem. I don't know if you can see it, but I got Sharpie on my glasses. That's gonna bug me. Excuse me. I don't know. I prefer like 90s to early 2000s, like punk rock or punk pop or like hair metal. I like all of those. I know you like Imagine Dragons. I do too. My favorite bands are Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, My Chemical Romance, Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Jordan did too. Jordan used to be in a band. I do too. I like 2000s pop too, honestly. Like Destiny's Child, well, I used to play piano. Yes, I love all of those. Green Day, I love Green Day, and um, yeah. I have a lot of like random playlists on Spotify. One of them is all kid songs because of my son, Gideon, but I have like, and Jordan shares my account, so I have like a lot of Frank Sinatra because Jordan, for some reason, likes Frank Sinatra. A lot of pop, country. I have country. I went through a country phase at one point. Country and punk. Yeah, I have a lot of random playlists. I like Frank Sinatra a lot more now than I did before I met Jordan. I used to like Frank Sinatra's like Christmas albums, but ever since I played Fallout New Vegas, I like Frank Sinatra a little bit more because like my favorite song from that game is a Frank Sinatra song, Blue Moon. I don't think Frank Sinatra originally wrote it. I think he did a cover of the song. But yeah. And Jordan has made me listen to Frank Sinatra a lot, so yeah. Not a big Johnny Cash fan. Like, I don't like old country. I like modern country a little bit. Like Carrie Underwood and I love that song too. And Witchcraft, obviously, because I'm a witch. No, I liked that song long before I came out as a witch. Um, I don't know what Jordan's favorite Frank Sinatra song is. But I do like that song. I'm not like a huge never gonna let you down, never gonna run around. Sorry, and desert you. Never gonna say goodbye, never gonna make. I don't remember the rest of that song. That is definitely not a Frank Sinatra song. If I was streaming on Twitch, I'd play all my music for you guys, but I'm not streaming on Twitch, so can't do that. That's like the only reason. Excuse me, the only reason why I ever really stream on Twitch is just so I could play music. Because there are some times where I'm just like really depressed, but it's been a while since I streamed, so I'll like stream on Twitch so that I can still like play music and kind of keep myself in a somewhat good mood. What kind of streams do you do, Gabe? I know I like looked at your channel a little bit, but I'm so bad about like actually watching people's streams. I haven't even watched Courtney's live streams. Nice. So pretty much like my stream. Except I mostly focus on Fallout. Channel? What about channel? Excuse me. It's alright. I mostly focus on Fallout though. Would you guys watch any like cooking videos that I would do? Cause I would probably be absolutely shit. Channel. Oh, whoops. Hey, I'm tired. Give me a break. I also do video game movies. Last one I did was 6 hours long. Holy crap. I don't think I've ever streamed for 6 hours. I think I've come close though. I think I streamed for like 4.5 hours one time. And that's when I used to drink a lot more. Huh? I haven't played it long, but this series had like 5. Wow, holy crap. I don't think I've ever gotten that many views before. No, I think like the most views I got was like 96.
When's the last time you checked your credit score? Those three digits
Well,
have a huge impact on your financial life. Credit Karma can help you with free scores.
get hat tricks. Every game I play is that so far. Nice. I'm not really sure what kind of player that is, but okay. I am still learning hockey lingo. Wow. Of course. I am horrible at hockey. I usually end up playing. Excuse me. I usually end up starting with the Ducks, but then I always end up being sent down to the minors because I'm horrible at playing, especially when I'm drunk. I just can't. My name as well. I usually make my characters Jordan Whitehead, so yeah, I'm not very creative either. Won't do. Thanks for that advice. Ouch. I think I'm going to end the stream here. I hope y'all have a great night. And I'm not really sure when I'll be able to do a game stream again because our night nurse has been sick. But I hope y'all have a great night. And I will see you all in the next video, I guess. Bye.